Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Retired in the jungle, uh, which is still in the Philippines, by the way. Thought I'd do a little change on the name there since I found out I can do that. The Y Studio asked me to pick a handle. Well, I didn't know it changed the name of the intro here. Excuse me, I think I'm going to sneeze. Anyway, thought it might make it a little easier to find if trying to figure out a nice keyword. So I can try to get more subscribers. But that's okay. It's not a big issue. Things have been quite hectic around here. We've got company, as you're aware of. And they're going back home today, Cebu. And I'll be taking them to the port later. It's not a whole lot later, and hopefully get things back to normal. I didn't realize how much it affected me getting out of my regular routine, and it's different. Even my coffee has been different. I've not had time to make my brewed coffee, and I've been drinking instant coffee for the last 3 days. And I have managed to get a big old blister on my big toe. So it's been restricting my walking movements. I don't want to get it, I don't want to break the skin on it because, as you're well aware, it's easy to get a bad infection here. So if I can keep from breaking the skin on it, maybe it'll heal up and I'll get back to normal again. But it's just disturbing, I just I'm trying to be careful with it, and I really don't know how I managed to do that, but I did. There's another thing too here in the Philippines. You got to be real careful with your feet. If you've been here a while, you'll notice that Filipinos, every time they walk by a faucet, they wash their feet. There's a purpose for that. So, especially in the cities, because when it floods, the streets are filled with sewer. So just let you know. But even out here in the jungle, still want to be careful. Because, bacteria is everywhere. Can't prevent that. We've, San Carlos has had its fiesta. I think it ends today. We had to make our run to the bank. We had to go to Bayan City because San Carlos and then the bank's been closed since last Friday. I forgot what day of the week I'm at. Anyway, this past Friday, no. So we would have had to wait to Monday, which here we watch the exchange rate, and I've noticed it's been dropping a little bit. So we've done a good thing this time. Normally we try to wait till after because it generally goes up. But that's the way it is. But anyway, we got a decent rate. That's the main thing. The drawback is it's 100 kilometers each way. And that's a 3-hour drive roughly each way. We don't have super highways here where you maintain it. 100 kilometers per hour, which is 60 miles an hour. You're lucky if you can average, depending on traffic, around 30 kilometers per hour with decent roads. A whole lot less if the roads are bad. Speaking of bad roads, I'm going to have to do some work on my little van. I've got something worn because it's starting to make a noise. I'm going to get it checked out today. Also, I've got on order a new alternator for it because I've been noticing this in here is starting to whine, and the voltage is not stable. I've got a voltmeter that sits on my dash, and y'all probably have heard it beeping in the past. The voltage is not stable. Every time an accessory kicks on, even if it's small, the voltage will drop considerably. Drop down to battery voltage, roughly around 12.5. So I'm going to get an alternator, and then I'm going to hang on to the old one and try to get enough parts to, if possible, to rebuild it. If it's like my starter, you ain't going to find it. Oh, glad to have my coffee back. Oh. With all the events and everything going on, it's been pretty hectic around here. Of course, I'm glad to see the girls. I think Maylin, I hadn't seen her in a while. That's Grace's baby sister, by the way. Yeah, but the other two, they were sure last year, I think. Yeah. I think a minute. Getting older is harder to remember. But they're here. They're here, and they're going back home today. Hopefully, the ferry trip back is not like the ferry trip over. That's unreal. It's like roughly 30 hours before they can get a ferry. Only in the Philippines. Maybe a better luck going back. And it's a different ferry too. We're going to go to the south instead of San Carlos for the ferry. I apologize, but I'm enjoying my coffee. You don't know you miss something until you do without it for a few days. Anyway, folks, I know you're tired of hearing me rattle, so you know what to do. Don't mind. Catch me on the next one.